What up, guys? So I've been having a tough time figuring out exactly how and when to make a video, and I've been actually doing pretty good today. So I thought maybe let's make a video while we play this game out, and we're gonna give our thoughts on like season 5, but basically I said season 5, chapter 5, season 4. But we're gonna basically make this our how to win video, our loadout video. Like this is the one. This is it right here. Like me normally, guys. Like I'll be doing stuff in the back. I will have like clips going in the background while I, give you guys the lowdown, but I've been doing some live recordings lately, so as in where I play the game and I record. So let's try that for this video. We're obviously looking for a jetpack. Gonna keep the shockwaves for now. That's good because I do play shockwaves and jetpack. So basically, if you guys want the quick lowdown on what is Alex Anthony's loadout for chapter 5 season 4, we're running Captain America shield, striker AR, shockwaves, big pots, and jetpack. That to me is if you can give me anything that I would have in the game, that is my preferred loadout. Now, with that being said, I am very flexible. I'm very flexible. Last game, we didn't even have a gun for most of the game. We were running freaking war machines instead of the striker because I forgot to grab my striker. I have a bad memory sometimes. I have a bad memory a lot of times. So we have been fiddling around with our loadout a lot, especially because we've had a lot of nerfs and buffs, and well, not really any buffs. We've had a lot of nerfs. And to me, that's makes it hard for a content creator like myself to make videos and such when I'm trying to kind of let the meta settle before I made my definitive this is what I want to do, this is like my loadout kind of video. And I'm glad I did because everything really got changed around. The nerf I was gonna say the nerf pack, the jetpack got nerfed. The well, we got a potential enemy up in here. That's a person, I think. That's not a person. That is Great Griffin 28. So yeah, I went from using War Machine. I've tried the auto turret that you can see right here. I've tried it all, and I settled on the Captain America shield and the striker AR because I feel like those are kind of the best of both worlds. I have been playing pretty much every day since the season came out, and what you guys are watching me do right now is kind of like my reverse loot path, where I will start off. Let's see, what do I want more? I think I want War Machine more than I want Captain Shield more than anything, but for now we're gonna use War Machine to take the place of Captain Shield, and then this whole setup's gonna this entire loadout effectively will get dropped because we're going to take the striker AR instead. This War Machine is incredible for destroying bots, bro. Nothing that I've ever used will kill bots quicker than this War Machine, because bots are so erratic. They will walk in their weird random patterns. We're actually not going to worry about that other bot. Now that's a big tip that I have for you guys. If you see footsteps like that, that doesn't mean you have to fight them, okay? That's not a, oh my god, I need to go and push this player right now. I want my loadout. I want to try and get the medallion. Now this is a really cool season for medallions where you don't need to actually play to get the medallion immediately, where last couple seasons it was yeah, you better get the medallion, the movement medallion, off the drop, or you better be hunting for it off the drop, because if you don't get it, not only is it going to be taken very quickly, but it's going to be very hard to kill the player who gets it. So here's what we do. We go to Bright Raider, we're going to buy 2 more stacks of shocks, 1, 2, and then unfortunately we have to say goodbye to our friend. Now I feel dirty doing this because she just helped us and now we're going to kill her. Starting, something out of nothing. Take the striker, leave the rest. Make sure to get the gold safe like I did. You can just break the table. Alright, now we're going to go check out the medallion. So the way that I've been kind of playing this season has been a little bit different. Normally, when I talk about how to win, best loadout, this and that, I kind of focus more on the guns themselves and this and that, but I feel like everything has to play together right now, as in the medallions are important to talk about, with the pace of the game is important to talk about. So, hello? I was like, what the hell? So once again, we see shooting on our left. I'm going to ignore it because I want to get the medallion more than I want to kill a couple of bots, which is what that most likely is. But what I meant before about you have to take everything into account is it's not just the loadout per se, it's how you play your loadout, and how you, it's your play style will dictate your loadout. But I feel because this season overall, I'll just kind of start from the top, it's a very slow season. It's very slow paced compared to last season, especially compared to last season. It is especially so slow. Hi? That was super weird. I didn't even notice that person. So that's why I carry shockwaves. You guys see how far I just shockwave right there? Shockwave plus jetpack is incredible. And it used to be better, but it got nerfed when the jetpack movement got nerfed the second time around. But it is still very, very good. That was still very poorly played on my part here. We're going to do it again. Oh, I messed it up. Sorry, buddy, you can't go in there. Can't go in there. Sovereign? Get that Sovereign. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill him Frost like real quick. We can speedrun this girl. Is she outside? Oh, we can definitely speedrun her then. That's awesome. Girl. Gonna go back to take the Flowberry Fizz, but I was like, nah, we don't need it. We'll find another one later. So I just took Captain Shield just to have something in the slot, you know, like just to have something. But I do prefer the, I mean, gold shotgun is gold shotgun, bro. That's kind of where I draw the line at Captain Shield. Like Captain Shield is great, but gold shotgun's gold shotgun. All right, now we're gonna take these guns over to that modification bench. And that is why we like to play, I'm sorry, that is one good thing to play the shotgun if you get the mod at least. Whereas Captain Shield, no mod. But that is why we play the Striker AR over the Striker Burst. I call them the Striker, sometimes if I can remember to, I call it the Striker Auto versus the Striker Burst. Because it just feels weird calling it the Striker AR and then the Striker Burst. But the reason why we're playing this setup, and the reason why I consider it a slow season, is because we just don't have the mobility that we did last season. So we're going from like one of, if not the fastest seasons ever, to a very reasonably paced season, you know? The jetpack is very quick, and it obviously had to get nerfed a couple times because it was a little too powerful. The fact that it regenerates still so quickly is awesome and busted, and I'm very happy that it does. Like, the one thing I haven't touched yet is the rate at which this thing regens. Alright, we have to put this right here real quick. Hi. Take his car out of the way. Alright, so that NPC like started to actually smack me up a little bit. Dude, why are you hitting me for so much? So the reason why we just stopped and fought that person is because they were so very clearly going to, like they pushed out in the open, you know, and like they had done decent damage to us, you know. They put like 150 damage on us, and like that's very good. But the problem with 150 damage is it's not 250. So you don't get to kill the person off of just that. Like you actually have to finish the job, and then I was able to get into significant advantage. Go with that, go with that. But I basically this season have been kind of drawing back to my fundamentals, where I'm not completely focused on, you know, rush get the boss, rush get the medallion, get the loadout. Whereas like last season, for example, you know, Megalodon, like he had the whole kit. He had everything, dude. He had the shotgun, he had the fists, he had the medallion, and if you're not, once again, you're not catching up with that. So that was a very difficult thing to play around, and the pacing of this season is so much better. Everything about this season is so much better. Completely loving this compared to last season. But the main thing that I kind of wanted to touch on was the guns, you know. But I really do think that you can use a lot of different weapons. I've just been avoiding, for the most part, like the Hyper SMG and the hammer pump, you know, and I feel like literally every other gun can be used. Now, right now I'm using the Gold Sovereign. I feel like you can use any shotgun, and I feel like you can use Captain America Shield as well. I use Captain America Shield instead of a shotgun if I do have one. So, like, once again, my ideal loadout would be Captain's Shield, Striker AR with the Striker Auto, just to keep it clear for everybody. Striker Auto. Then I do my double mobility. There's only two movements, the jetpack and the shockwaves. And then I like to go big pots right now over Flowberry Fizz. And the reason why, pretty important too, is this is a season where I've been getting damaged quite a bit. Like I feel like I take a lot more damage than I was last season. Like last season I felt like I could play off of enemies heals. I felt like I could play off of the cacti. I felt like it was just much easier to heal up naturally. I'm like, do we want to go fight these other medallion players or just want to hold? See, now right now, like I think holding is best. Like kind of tie back into what I was saying. The fundamentals of this season are just patience. Patience. Get your loadout. Number one is get your loadout. Then number two is go see if you can get the medallions, and if you can, get them. If not, you don't have to. Like to win a game this season without the medallions is extremely doable. So this is the least consequential medallions I've ever been. Like if they're gonna have medallions in the game, make them like this. Make them where they're not very overpowered. And then I'm just kind of playing my objectives. Like when I say get my loadout, I mean like mod your weapons. Like for me, I can't have my full loadout until zone 3. I don't have my full loadout until zone 3 because it's just technically not possible for me to. Then you want to do things like this where you get the island, get this, get that. And for the most part, I've just been playing kind of slow and steady. And I thought about this earlier and I figured a decent way to word it. I'm not like trying to avoid fights. You can see I have 6 kills right now. I'm, picking at players. But what I'm really doing is I'm trying to avoid hard fights, difficult fights, like tough situations. What I really want to do is, if I can get like an easy third party, we'll take an easy third party, but what I'm really, okay, perfect. Someone's popping up here. So we're going to see where they go. Yep. And we're going to meet them right here, jetpack them. All right, so one person came, oh boy, we have to drop down, dude. So people decided to come up in like droves, like that was everybody, huh? Well, you left your guy. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, I would say look for another rift. Look for another rift. But that just didn't... Was it the NPC? Because I could have sworn there was like 2 players right there. I'm like, we would love another rift, bro. Does that mark the person? That's mark the person up there. That's crazy. That's crazy that it marks the person that high up. Clean as hell. Alright, we have to reload. We have to get this dude. Not so clean. Alright, so what we're going to do is reposition. And we're going to burn our heals. Yeah, zone and position. Like, this is the season right now. But yeah, if you guys like this kind of video, let me know, and we will definitely do more things like this in the future. I have always wanted to make videos of this style. I'm just not gonna lie, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. You have to kind of have a good grip on the situation, or else it's really hard to, it's very hard to not get distracted, to not just die, honestly, too. Alright, there's one. So because I took that fall damage, I'm gonna have to heal up here. That was so silly of me to take the fall damage too. Like, I'm still a little used to last season where you could just kind of flow with the nitro and it was like all Gucci. Whereas this season it's like, yeah, you gotta like actually use the jetpack. Get the effect. Alright, so sprint. Then launch yourself into some trees. This might be it for us, folks. This might be it for us. But you know, even if we don't win the game, we still got the point across. In this game here, we just ran out of resources. Low-key. Alright, if we go for a third party, we can win this. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. Like, you know, this right here is like one of those situations where you can win if you have the right stuff. You can win if you have the right stuff. Cool, we didn't take any damage beyond our overshield. It was silly of us to not check the top there to see if, like, what would be in zone and what wouldn't be. GG, guys. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But you can't win them all. You cannot win them all. But I still think this is a good video. We're going to still post this. And it's important to, I don't know, fight to the last breath. Fight to the last breath. You gotta do what you gotta do. But hey, GG's, guys. That's like legitimately the strategy. You know, we've won a lot of games so far by playing like that. You know, sometimes you just don't have it at the very end there. And you know, you don't have to. That's for me, like, this right here is me showing you guys my my lack of an ego. You do not need to win the game to make it a good game. But good game, good video. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.